$500 car, year 2.
Cheers. So, basically, not much has changed so far. We took a few things apart, but our goal for this track season is going to be to fix up the wiring, which was kind of an issue, but borderline last year. Well, that's a huge priority. We need to redo the brakes because we had a leak, and the car's been sitting for a really long time and the front brake seized. So that's probably critical item number 2.
Yeah. And a big power steering leak.
Yeah, actually that's number 3. So power steering needs to be fixed because we were on manual mode all of last season. Yeah. And then the rest is just optional stuff. So
suspension, exhaust, wheels and tires.
Yeah. Exhaust we
paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paint, yeah. Coat it.
That is it.
For the exhaust we Cerakoted a set of UEL headers, and then we're gonna be making up a custom fab one for the rest of the way back. And then yeah. What else?
Lots of maybes. Custom accessories.
Yes.
Body work.
Yeah, hopefully we'll run some night stages this year, so part of the wiring is going to be doing some illumination work because we had no lights last year either.
It's true.
They were kind of on and off. We say wheels and tires?
Wheels and tires.
Wheels and tires, we need to powder coat the wheels.
We need fine tires.
Fine tires. That's about it.
Yeah.
We'll keep the updates rolling.
Fixed it.
Part stash prevails.
Hey! Thank you, sir.
Now we can start building this thing.
Okay, so we're gonna get started on our battery relocation. And we got these as our new battery wires. So 20 feet of 4-gauge jumper cables, because it's cheaper to buy these than it is to buy the wire. And then we've got these big 4-lug 4-gauge crimp. And we got our new kill switch right here. Fancy. Oh! Fucker.
Damn it.
Start over here. Okay, so I just whipped up a ground, which is our going to be inside the car chassis ground, and then we got our ground bar that we're going to put here, and then you'll be able to access it through the dash. Pat's whipping up a bracket, and it'll just mount to this bar here. Bang, and then ground wire will go that way, and the other one will come this way back to the battery box right there. So, off-season sit rep. This is our fuel pump ground, and it's hanging on by its last little thread of a wire. So we're going to need to depin this and get this ground run into a better place.
This is hacked.
Update time on the wiring. We've got our battery cables run to our box, and we have our ground bar up here. Then we've got our new fuse box down here for lights and horns and fuel pump. Moved these relays out of the way of the door so they stop getting ripped off, and also extending the wires so that it reaches. Same thing with the ignition relay. And then we just need to run our positive over to here. I need to do another crimp on this one, and that'll work the kill switch. And then I need to build a relay bracket right here, so it'll sit behind the switch panel, and then we'll have easy access to all our relays. Then we got our headlights that I'm trying to figure out. There's a bunch of wiring harness and HID ballast and fuckery, but I just figured out how to make the high beams work. So that's all we need, is just headlights and high beams, and then I'll have to run new wires through and run it off a new relay. And that should be fun. So here is the key cylinder, and these are headless bolts that break on torque from the factory. So I'm going to try and Dremel them out. Hopefully this works. Yeah. Beauty. One more. Beauty. Now, how do we get this off? Ah, okay. And then there's the steering wheel lock right there. So, wheels turn. Haha, nice. That's how you take a key cylinder off. And for my next lesson, I'll show you how to hotwire a car. Fuel pump ground here. Live 12. Car is on. Accessories. Start. So on this plug here, we've got 4 wires. The white one's power, and then there's a white-black one, which is for the starter, and then there's a green and a yellow, which is ignition and accessories. So basically what we do here is we're going to have our power, and that's going to divert off into 2 wires. One of them will be on a switch back with the starter wire, and then the other one will be on a switch back with ignition and accessories. We'll keep those together. So then the sequence will be battery on, and then you flick your ignition on, and then you flick your starter, and then when the starter's done, you let go and it turns off. So what that'll do is a bunch of the accessories in here are only going to work with the ignition switch on. So like the blower, the gauge cluster, and some other things, some other relays. But it basically just turns the ECU on. So if you're paying attention at home, if you ever want to hotwire an 02 Subaru, you just need to make yourself a little custom harness. Plug it right in. Good to go. So if we test fit our switch panel here, nice carbon, then right behind it, should have room for a nice little relay box right there. Munch.
Well, we basically came back to eat our pizza in this cold ass crummy garage, and now we decided to go home and resume activities tomorrow. So time to go play some dirt rally.